In this video I'll be walking you through spoke replacement. You don't really need very many tools. The only one which you can really use a wrench, but this is a spoke key and it has varied holes here which should fit, one of them at least should fit your size spoke. So first step, you gotta deflate the tire and take it off. So we undo that and get some small object. Here's a nail, something that you can press the pin inside the valve to release all the air. Next, you got this, and you got to pry the tire off. To pry the tires off, usually in a tire patch kit you get these kind of levers here. I like these metal ones. You can use anything that'll give you leverage, but basically you just put this in and you pop one of the tire wall rails here out. You got this in here. This is the rail here. You want to get it on the outside of the rim. So trying to get the whole thing like that. Work your way all the way around. You should get to a point where this rail is completely over the rim, outside of it. You can see from the back here. Like that. And then you just got to pop the other rail off. Work your way down. And tires off. Now, if you look where you just removed the tire, there will be this rubber band here. Oops. So, remove your band. Now, you got these here. You got to remove the broken one, which this one, and this guy here, which is all bent up and broken. Just unscrew it. Oh, actually no, you can just fill it, take it out. Okay, so it's out. Put that to the side. Now you got to do the actual spoke replacing. The way you do that, I've got my new replacement spokes here, and when you ask for replacement spokes, you need to bring in your wheel to the bike shop, because all spokes are pretty much different, because the wheel hub size could, the radius could be bigger, smaller, the rim could be deeper, or whatever. So it's essential that you actually bring in your wheels so that they can fit them. So you unscrew the little head off here. Okay. Put that down, make sure you don't lose it. Now you've got this spoke here, and it'll have a notch at the end, and that's the part that goes into the hub. So it's pretty important that you study the spoke pattern so you know that you're actually putting the replacement ones in the correct place. For mine, I'm missing spokes up here and here, right there. And these come from this spoke hole here and that one there. When I put this spoke in, it's got to go over this one and under this one. So you put the threaded end here, gets threaded up in this direction, as I can see from the other pattern. It alternates. One is down, one is up, and so forth. This one goes up, bring it around. It's supposed to go on top of this one, but under this one here. So go on top, and you gotta kind of weave it. You gotta bend the spoke, that's okay. Weave it under this, and pull it over. Don't worry about bending it. Pull it over and bring it up next to your hole up here. Take your head that you unscrewed, put it up through the top of the hole up here, and then thread it into your actual spoke. Now that all the spokes are physically put back onto the wheel, you actually put everything back. You put the tire back, you put, well, I guess you put this rubber thing back on first. Nothing special about this part. You just have to make sure that the hole in the and the rubber aligns with the hole in your wheel where the valve pokes through. So you just put it on like that, all the way around. Line up the hole, this hole here, with this hole here. There. That's on. Put the tire on, which is similar to how you take it off. Keep the inner tube inside the tire. I find that makes it easier. Line up the valve here with the hole here. And now you've got, kind of get the rails inside the rim. So keep working your way down until you get to a point where you can't force it in by hand usually. Right, okay. Mountain bikes is very much easier because the tire is looser. On a road bike, you're probably going to need to resort back to these to actually get it on. This one just popped right in. So we're good. At this point, it's time to pump up the tire again and put it back on the fork of the mountain bike so we can start the balancing process. And what you're looking at right here is the bike flipped upside down, and you're looking right where the brake pads are coming into contact with the wheel. So right here's the brake pad, here's the rim, and what you're looking for is places where the wheel is wobbling back and forth like this. And this one is out of balance enough, it's called balancing the wheel. This one's out of balance enough that actually it touches the brake pads every so often. Wherever it touches the brake pad, that's the spoke that needs to be tightened or loosened. So the wheel here touches this this brake pad right at that point. So what we need to do is we want to pull the wheel in this direction, that way. And to do that, we need to take the spoke, which has its end on the opposite side of the hub as where it's touching. So this side right here is touching on this side. We want to get the spoke from this side, and we want to tighten it so that it pulls the rim in the other direction. We want to pull the rim in that direction, which means, so we follow right here. This spoke right here is the one that goes up to this side of the hub, and if we tighten this one, it'll pull the rim in the direction we want, that way. What we want to do is take the spoke key, find the correct size, there, and tighten it, which should be turning it counterclockwise from this direction. So tighten it a little bit. Okay, let's see how well it goes now. Still touches, so it means we need to tighten even more, but it's a little bit less. So see how that goes. Better. Now we get it all the way down to here without it touching. So give it a little tighten, and then we'll work down farther along the wheel. Okay. So now keep going, and it catches again. This time a little further up. So it's in the same side. It's catching on this side of the brake pad. So we need to again find a spoke which goes to the opposite side hub, so we can pull the rim in that direction. So the next spoke like that is this one right here. So we're gonna tighten this one. Okay, let's see if it, there. So you just keep going, tightening the correct side to pull the rim in the direction you want. Keep going around the wheel until you get it right.